Everyone has something that they're running from. One comes to a close just as another one's begun. Days turn into nights and nights to years, yeah, time goes on. Oh, and everyone is trying to find a place where they belong. Now I close my eyes and focus on the song that the wind plays as it moves and blows along. And I can finally see, as I grow older and live, that there's more that's waiting for me. More I have to give. Oh, I tried for way too long to work for something good when it was free waiting for me. But I couldn't take it till I knew that I could. Yeah, I can finally see, as I grow older and live, that there's more waiting for me. And I have more to give. Oh, I've tried for way too long to work for something good when it was free just waiting for me. But I couldn't take it till I knew that I could.
You know, one of the things that's good about having something post-event is when it gets tough out there, you know, I didn't think too much about the pain I was in, you know, so I was kind of pushing through a little bit more and just thinking about the cool stuff that we were going to be doing the next few days and all of the athletes that were there to be a part of it too. So, I don't know, the race was good, the race was fun. You know, I didn't win, I didn't get top 3, you know, and that's what I shot for. But at the end of the day, when it was done, I pretty much moved on a lot quicker, you know, and I said, you know what, that's not what identifies me. It's not really who I am as an athlete. I will race as hard as I can. I will always be out in the front. I will always push pace. I will always try as hard as I can to win. But if I don't, there's more to it, and there's more to life, and there's more to sport.
Oh, I tried for way too long to work for something good when it was free waiting for me. But I couldn't take it till I knew that I could. When it was free waiting for me. But I couldn't take it till I knew that I could. Oh.
So the race was done, and then that night we all crashed early. It was a lot of packing and getting prepared because we were going to be here for 3 days, and you want to bring as little as you can. And so the bus picked us up at 6. We all piled in. There was probably about 40 of us and some military inside a huge old bus. All of our gear and bikes were packed in the back, and we drove off. Did about a 40-minute bus ride, watched the sunrise, which was actually pretty cool, and pulled into the military base. Unload, did the stuff that we were going to leave here. A bunch of us got back on the bus and drove about a 6-hour drive with a bunch of stops and stuff like that. So it was definitely an adventure. We hopped on a helicopter, which was insane to fly here. When we arrived, it was amazing. The kids were smiling, and it was cool just to get a welcome into a new place. And I think the excitement that they had knowing what we were there for, knowing that we were coming here to give back and to build a home for a family that lost a home a little more than a year ago. And you know, when we get here and we spend some time here, it's amazing to see how little they have, you know, and how simple their lives are. And they're all still really happy, you know, they all really enjoy life. They all seem like they just enjoy their village and the life that they have here. And we want to give back a little bit and improve it, but we want to improve what they have on their own terms. We don't want to come in here and go, you need this and you need that, and come and do it. But we want to replace what they had prior to the flood, but make sure that we do a good job. And You got 2 bedrooms, a kitchen and a bathroom is going to be downstairs, so they're actually going to be one of the more luxurious places around here where they're actually going to have their own shower, which is pretty cool.
It's awesome.
Every day we get up and we attack the house and we say, okay, what are the jobs that we have to execute? And usually it's like 3 to 5 teams, and their jobs from going down to the river and getting on a little canoe and going out and getting rocks. And we thought we were gonna have to do 1 or 2 trips for the rocks, and I think they're on their 6th or 7th trip. You can't go down to the store and pick up some rocks. You got to find some rocks in the creek and pile them in. And the rocks are for a sewage system, so it's going to be pretty sweet. They got their own sewer system or septic tank, and so we're just dialing it in. There's framing that's going up. We had to dig some ditches for the septic tank. So everyone is rallying hard. You know, when we chose to do this, I had no idea how many guys and girls would sign up and do it, you know, because it's the day after a race. And I know how I feel when I'm done with the race. I am sore as all heck, you know, and can hardly walk. And so I wasn't sure if guys were gonna rally and do it. And we had to cut it off. And guys still, the day of the race, were saying, we wanna come, we wanna come. And so it was amazing to see how eager everyone was to be a part of this and join in, and how they sacrificed their last few days here to come and build and work, you know, and walk around and carrying rocks with sore legs up hills. I mean, it's not easy out here, and guys have not stopped working. I've seen some of them sweat more here putting up a house than sweating in a race. But it's fun because you know what it's doing, you know what you're doing, you know where it's going. It's fun. Blooper reel. Oh. Before we got here, we totally thought, or I thought it was going to be, we were going to eat PB&J every day, you know, and that was it, you know, because we had to bring in all of our food. And so that was our expectation, and every meal we've been totally blown away. David is the guy that set up this whole trip here for us. He lives here, and he works with Homes of Hope, and he's also an amazing cook. So literally all day while we're out here, he's back there and just mixing up food and cooking it, and he's just not throwing things in there. I mean, he's throwing things in there, but he knows what he's doing because every meal is amazing.
So good. He and his wife spent like 6 months working a refugee camp in Canada.
This is why I got involved, you know, this is why I, as far as create, did more than sport, was to really just do what we're doing and sharing that mindset with the athletes that come and are a part of it. Because for me, when I'm at home and I'm on my bike or I'm sitting at a beach or I meet somebody, you know, I try to always have in my mindset, like, what can I do more? But also an appreciation for what we have, an appreciation for where we live, for the ease of life that we have.
You know, taking it back to your own families and not taking things for granted. The smallest thing, the clean water, you know, light, power, everything like that. I over-prepared. This was primitive camping to some extent. Absolutely primitive building. The house is incredible.
Being here has put a lot in perspective. You know, it makes me personally realize that, you know, being tied to cell phones and laptops and just the whole work grind, it's not even on these people's radar. And just being able to kind of step back and realize, like, there's a whole world out there that has no idea what that stuff is and they don't care.
Just kind of set my perspective a little bit. I came here thinking that I may, you know, just a great little life change, and that's exactly what happened. Just the things we have back at home and the way we live and things we take for granted, and you learn to really appreciate that. And I've always given to charitable organizations and through churches and things like that, but to go and actually do it felt more than sport. Created this great opportunity, you know, right after a race to go do something, so it was a no-brainer. So
everybody on our team is here wholeheartedly and wants to be here. Everybody's interacting with the children, with the families, with the community as we walk up and down the trails to the site. It's so nice to stop and interact. Even though the language barrier is there, the connection is very apparent.
Seeing again, like, the kids, and it might be because I miss my family a lot, but just like knowing that we're able to impact these kids' lives is just such a cool thing for me. So yeah, there's a lot of things, just realigning my priorities and taking time to think about that.
First impression was I'm not at home anymore. This has been an awesome experience, interacting with these people and seeing how they live, and just experiencing the contrast on how I live.
I think it's just kind of bringing it back to simplified living. It's amazing how these people just do it with hardly anything, and they're happy. I don't think I've ever seen more kids just with smiles, and I feel like I don't hear many babies crying, and there's tons of babies here.
Yesterday was cool. I had a couple of moments where I just had a moment of clarity where the body was more or less designed to work. You know, we spend so much time in an office behind a computer screen, faxing, paperwork, and it's cool to get away from all of that and to experience this.
That's just crazy. I mean, that's really unexpected and just really different to see, like, you know, these professional triathletes coming to a place in the middle of the Darien jungle, which nobody comes to this far usually. I mean, I've only been to the Darien 3 times, and it was just to set up your guys' group. So this is really an awesome experience, and to see the contrast between the indigenous culture, Ironman triathletes, you know, YWAM missionaries, and different people working together here to make this happen.
You know, sometimes just a dream can be like, that's a good idea, but then when you really have it and you implement it and other people get behind it, it really takes everyone, and it takes the shoulders of everyone to really see those kind of selfless dreams fulfilled, you know. So it's exciting to see the response of putting the call out and saying, hey, will you come help, will you come build for someone in need, and then to see the response. And it's astounding, man, really, to see everyone out here just working as hard as they can.
This is what it's about. I mean, this is fun. This is what I'm passionate about, and this is where I want to leave behind me in the sport of triathlon, is not being, you know, world champion, which I love, but for someone that created a change in the sport from being a selfish sport, which always everyone refers to the sport as a selfish sport, but to a sport of giving, you know. And then the passion is to really see that grow and blossom outside the sport of triathlon to all sport and just get a movement nationwide and worldwide to give back, and just to look around you wherever you are in your own town, or when you travel, or when you're at a race, just to look around and see what's around you and see what needs are, you know. And it's not necessarily you always have to do something, but just be aware that there's more to life. There's more than what you just have in yourself, you know. So when you're sitting in your house, or you're sitting at a beach, or you're sitting in a hotel room, just be aware of what's going on, and when you have a chance and an opportunity, or you see something you need, to react upon that and give, you know. And you'll be amazed that no matter how much you give, you're going to feel like you get so much more back. Like, we're sweating like crazy here, and we're working hard, and we're giving a lot. But when the day is done, we're going to feel like we were the ones that got blessed, that we were the ones that left here fulfilled, left here bringing something back more than what we came with. So, and that's what I love about all this is, yeah, you're going to go home and you're going to be on fire. You're going to love it, and you're going to look for the next one for sure, because we're ready for the next one already.
And we finished.
Yay. Everyone has something that they're running from. One comes to a close just as another one's begun. Days turn into nights, and nights to years, yeah, time goes on. Oh, and everyone is trying to find a place where they belong. Now I close my eyes and focus on the song that the wind plays as it moves and blows along. And I can finally see, as I grow older and live, that there's more that's waiting for me. The more I have to give, oh, I tried for way too long to work for something good when it was free waiting for me. But I couldn't take it till I knew that I could. Yeah, I can finally see, as I grow older and live, that there's more waiting for me, and I have more to give. Oh, I've tried for way too long to work for something good when it was free just waiting for me. But I couldn't take it till I knew that I could.